NNL bans clubs from streaming Super 8 matches in Enugu. Sports Ministry Getaway Games hold 12th of January 2025. We've got news and a result. There was a certain shock in the Federations Cup. We will give you that news. And of course, the Lyon Open and Geneva clay courts are all going on in the ATP as we're getting ready for Roland Garros happening in Paris. And of course, we will give you updates in what's happening in the transfer and other news. My name is Obinna Nwankpa, and today I have two guests. First of all, I'm going to start with Mr. Chinedu Nwokeabia. You're welcome to Sports Today.
Yeah, it's nice being here once again, and welcome my listeners to today's edition of Sports.
And I also have Charles Nnamani, young Charles Nnamani. We call him Tallest. Charles, you're welcome to Sports Today on Sunrise FM 96.1.
Thank you, Obinna, for having me, and good day, listeners.
Yes, I know that you're very happy. We'll come to Lookman's performance, but are you surprised Leverkusen's record has been broken? The 51 games now unbeaten is now Lookman single-handedly destroyed them. Are you surprised with that result? Very quickly, Charles.
I feel bad for the team, but kudos to Lookman because he was outstanding, and that's what we Nigerians need from him during this World Cup qualifier.
Yes, of course, you heard that. We will, of course, give you the full details on that, but a lot of Nigerians will be so happy for Lookman and Atalanta and the whole team for, of course, I won't say so much of an upset, but the fact that they beat a team, the hottest team in Europe this season, and their broken record. And of course, one of the most confident managers, talking about Xavi Alonso, Gasperini did one on him. So congratulations to Atalanta, but we will come to that very shortly. Yes, Mr. Nwokeabia, this piece of news here might surprise you. Heavy downpour in Ghana has forced the postponement of the clash between the Golden Eagles of Nigeria and Togo. The game, which is their final Group B game against Togo at the ongoing Wafu B Under-17 tournament, has been shifted till tomorrow morning. Nigeria have 4 points from 2 games, the same number of points with Burkina Faso, that of course sits atop on goal difference of +2, while Nigeria has +1. Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire and Benin Republic are in Group A, while Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Togo and Niger Republic are in Group B. The top 2 teams from each group will qualify for the semi-final of the 2024 Wafu B Under-17 competition. Yeah, Nwokeabia, you can see that the final game of Group B against Togo, the ongoing at the Wafu B Under-17 tournament, has been shifted to tomorrow morning. Should this happen in Africa in 2024, this wouldn't happen, of course, in a country that is very passionate about sports. What do you think about this postponement because of heavy downpour?
It's not just about the passion for football that made it to be postponed. You have to think about other factors that would make the developed world to go ahead with such tournaments. These days you have pitches that are well prepared. Even when there's rainfall, rainfall after the rain, 2-10 minutes, the whole thing will be drained away. But here in Africa, we don't have such facilities. And, football can cause an upsurge.
Yes.
A good team under that circumstance can lose.
Yes.
So I think what they did is the best, considering the fact that they only needed 2 teams to qualify.
Yes.
And Nigeria is just sitting behind the Burkina Faso. So I want them to be fully prepared and everything to work perfectly before they will go and do that game. So I think tomorrow will be the best day for them.
Oh, okay. Yes. I think from what you've said, but really, don't you think it's high time that sometimes you see advanced countries, they have weather forecast, or you put things in place to prepare.
And even if there's
yes.
rainfall after the rain, the
yes.
pitch will be drained.
Sure,
the facility and the machine.
yes.
But it's not seen down here.
Yes.
No, we are growing.
Yes.
With time, we'll get
yes.
there. So, but for now, we have to make do what we have.
Yes.
So it's okay for them to postpone it so that every factor will be on place before the match be executed, so that any team that loses will not have anybody to blame or weather or whatever.
And of course, injuries, so that
so
these players don't get injured. Yeah, the point you made, I think, make due. But for how long can we be saying that we make due? But you make a strong point. Thank you. Charles, as you know, the Federation Cup has been going on. You remember Rangers were knocked out by Kano Pillars. It was a tough fixture. This time around, Wiki Tourist sent out Bendel Insurance. I'll give you the story. The journey of defending champions Bendel Insurance in this year's Federation Cup has ended. The Benin Arsenal is their nickname. Charles is smiling there, he likes that nickname. Ended the competition this year as a defending champion after lifting the trophy last season, beating Rangers in the final. This was, of course, last year. So they have pedigree in this competition. They were drawn against the National League side, Wiki Tourist, and it ended on a sad note for them. The 2 second half goals from Promise Damala and Owolabi Aremu ensured the ouster of Bendel Insurance in the round of 32. Charles, Bendel Insurance, one of the favorites to go far in the competition in the round of 32. You see it happening in Europe, especially the FA Cup in England. We see all these shocks. From the National League side, Wiki Tourist beating an MPFL side. Maybe it's like a Division 2 side beating a Premier League side or Division 1 in Europe. What do you think about this result? Are you impressed?
Well, it's to tell you that the game is now more tougher and advanced than it used to be before. And I feel like it's the nickname that as
Benin Arsenal.
Benin Arsenal that followed them.
That's cheeky from you.
The main Arsenal team now, they are going pro killers this season, and I feel it's the same fate.
Oh my God. No, I'm not sure if this guy, the Bendel Insurance people, will be happy to hear you say
no offense to any Arsenal or Bendel Insurance fan.
Yes, of course. Yes, yeah. What do you want to add to this? We're seeing a lot of surprises at this FA Cup. So lower teams are not fearing the bigger teams. Is that happening now in the FA Cup?
That's what I'm saying. Football now cannot be predicted. Yeah. That you are up there doesn't make you untouchable. Yeah. You have to face. You have to face any match with every seriousness, no matter who your opponent is, because a slack can cause an upsurge. You saw what happened to Atlanta, and nobody gave the Atlanta any opportunity of lifting this trophy. In fact,
maybe except the Atalanta fans.
5 to 5%.
Maybe the Atalanta fans.
If you watch the odd,
yes, the odds. Yeah, sure.
But what do you have at the end of the day? So these days, and I like as it's happening here in the country. So it's good for our sport development. Everybody is gearing up. Nobody is an underdog these days. Any team can come and cause an upsurge. So it's good as it's happening there in England and in other European countries. It's also happening here. Yeah, it's a welcome development, and I appreciate it.
Yes, it is indeed. Gentlemen, Finidi refuses. This is, let me call him Finidi George, as you know him, the main man now, the gaffer, sitting on the hot seat of the Super Eagles, refuses to reveal salary as the Super Eagles head coach. Finidi George has refused to reveal the salary he's expected to earn as head coach of the Super Eagles. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, unveiled the former winger as reports emerged that he was set to earn between 15 million naira to 66 million naira in charge of the team. However, the new Super Eagles boss, during a media tour in Lagos, downplayed the report of the payment and insisted he is not concerned about the financial details for now. However, the new Super Eagles boss, during a media tour in Lagos, downplayed the report of the payment and insisted he is not concerned about the financial details for now. If I am asking for money and I have not done the job, for me, that is not vital. Let me do the job first, and then we will see what happens later. I have my monthly salary, which I think is good enough for me. I am not complaining. We will just leave it at that. The 53-year-old first target is to ensure they qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, as he would be working alongside Daniel Omokachi, the Bull, as his assistant coach. Yes, I'll start with you, Charles. Is it the problem we have in this country? It's not just the manager that doesn't want to reveal how much his salary is earning. We see in other countries in Europe, most of the time, 90-something%, even players that don't play much, you see their salary, you see how much transfer, you see how much contract they are earning, etc. But this country, players and managers seem to hide it, or the club. What is the main reason behind this? Because there is nothing wrong with, considering it's very difficult for Finidi George to hide his salary or contract, because it's one of the hardest jobs in the world.
Let me just joke about this first. Maybe he's avoiding his village people or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's get serious now. In this case, yeah, I feel like it's an agreement between the two parties not to reveal, between NFF and him, not to reveal the pay, and him using him saying that that is for that the pay is okay. Is his main concern, yeah. But transparency is what people use to judge. Because when you come out and start claiming that they are owing you a certain amount, you are not even, you can't, nobody will be able to back you up with this particular. When the letter comes up as a story that they are owing you, so when you are when anything that is, any transaction that is being made in this country, in this football, based on this footballing world, they are meant to make it transparent so that we will know when someone is at fault or at default and go.
Yes, you make a very vital point, Charles. Nwokeabia, would you like to add to what Charles is saying?
Just say that it may be an agreement between the both parties. And why are they on Finidi's head? Is Finidi the one that engaged himself?
It's too early, right?
No, not just being too early. Is he the only person that engaged himself? He has a contractor, and he has people who contracted him and who are paying him. So if anybody should be accountable for the money paid to Finidi, it should be the NFF. They should disclose if they want to make it open. They should disclose it. And why are they even hammering on knowing how much the governor is getting? Have they asked the governors and the presidents and all these senators how much they are being paid on a monthly basis? What's wrong with this country? I mean, we Nigerians. Allow this young man to execute his job and to be focused. So what he just said. His main concern is to deliver. Because if he failed, everybody would be on his neck. So why are we distracting him? In fact, he made a good answer to that. And because Nigerians, once he made mention of this payment, everybody, his uncle, his aunt, his nephew, will be on his neck. And so he's avoiding things. I said, allow this guy to be concentrated and do his job. For crying out loud.
Yes, another critical point you've made. There was something Charles made, but Charles made it seem like it was a joke. But when you think about the reality in this country, because of security issues, sure. Charles, it's not really a joke. Yeah. Like you said, your village people, if you disclose, then maybe he might have to sleep with one eye.
Even his father
yes, people will be on his case. So you get all this kind of funds available. So maybe that's why he may maybe decide he's not comfortable.
Yeah.
We don't really know the full details, but I suppose, like you gentlemen have said, the main thing is let him get on with his job. He has a big target to do. We'll be opening the phone lines. I'm sure that there are some topics here that are steaming up the room this morning on Sports Today on Sunrise FM 96.1. But there's another story here. The Federal Ministry of Sports has announced dates for the 22nd National Sports Festival scheduled to hold in Ogun State. This is one of the major decisions taken at the National Council of Sports meeting held in Enugu. The National Sports Festival will now run from the 12th to the 25th of January 2025. The Games Village will open from the 12th to the 14th. And of course, January 2025, the opening ceremony for the festival, tagged Gateway Games, will hold at the MKO Abiola Stadium, Abeokuta, on 15th of January 2025, which is also the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, AFRD, also simply known as Remembrance Day in Nigeria. It is observed on 15 January to commemorate the servicemen of the Nigerian Armed Forces. It also honors veterans of the World War I and II, as well as the Nigerian Civil War. The competition period for the festival will be from 15th to the 24th of January, while the closing ceremony will be on 25th of January 2025. Yes, gentlemen, I don't know who wants to go first. The Sports Ministry has announced, and it's that's a good thing, the date. So it's good for the athletes for the National Sports Festival, which is a huge grassroots kind of sporting event in this country to showcase talent, to represent those that are going to be elite, and so on. It's going to go from the 12th to the 25th of January at the Games Village, and it will open. It is happening in Ogun State. Gentlemen, how pleased are you with this particular event? The dates has been.
Yeah, you see, it is good the way they made it known beforehand. We are just in May. We have about 7 months to go before the real event. So it will give states, especially Enugu State, an ample opportunity to call for their sports personnel, cutting across all sports, both athletics, basketball, volleyball, table tennis, and so on and so forth, to come together, be in camp, train, because they are not just going there to compete for competing sake, but to make the state proud and to develop talent who are going to replace most of all these and all those
yes.
aging guys we have in the sporting sector. And one more thing, you see, I think this year is a development year for Nigeria in terms of sports, not just in football. football especially. You see what is happening. You see Lukman being discovered. You see Boniface. You see all these guys making us proud. So it will be a motivating factor for these young lads coming up to look at them as role models. So this will give another opportunity for young lads who have all it takes to shine, but they were not given opportunity to showcase. So this is another opportunity for them to do well, make themselves known, and who knows, they may be the Haruna Quadri and the Boniface we are expecting in the near future.
Yes. Yes, we'll be opening the phone lines very shortly. Charles, the organizers of the Nigeria's second tier football, Nigeria National League, NNL, has banned teams from streaming matches in the forthcoming Super 8 playoffs. Eight teams will compete for glory in Enugu, including Ikorodu City, Inter Lagos, Madiba FC, Beyond Limits, FC Sokoto. Beyond Limits FC, Sokoto United, Nasarawa United, Sporting Supreme, and El Kanemi Warriors. In a letter addressed to the clubs and signed by Ayo Abdul Raham, Chief Operating Officer of the league, revealed that they entered into a partnership with a media outfit to stream the matches. The letter reads, "As we all gear up in our preparations towards the event, the league body writes to officially intimate you that it has gone into partnership with a media/communication company, Sportslight, that has agreed with the league to stream all the matches of the playoff. Therefore, you are to key into the league arrangements, as no club shall be allowed to stream independently. Please connect to the league's Facebook page, Nigeria National League, where links to all matches of the competition shall be posted." This is according to the media outlet of the NNL. Well, Charles, you can see that NNL bans all clubs from streaming Super 8 matches in Enugu. Of course, Enugu is showcasing this. You've heard the 8 teams. They have a kind of agreement with the media communication company partnership, but they have warned the clubs not to independently stream, maybe making money on the side. What do you think about this ban? Is it the right thing to do?
This is a welcome development, first of all, because now this a media outfit has invested in and planned on partnering with the NLL to stream the games, and now you won't expect when someone spends a huge amount of money for a particular to promote an event or something like that, and you seeing people from nowhere making money out of the same event through that same position. If they are to stream it, maybe they will still have to buy the rights too. And me, I just thank God that it's just within my backyard here, so I'll be watching the games live instead of streaming the games.
Yes, that's a good point there. Yes, these clubs know how it is. It's a wonderful tournament that's happening, and it goes to show you that Enugu is a welcoming state and is passionate about sports, just like all the other states, and people will love to go to the centers to watch NNL match, to see the quality. Yes, we'll be opening the phone line. The number to call 0907 275 9950. Again, 0907 275 9950. Or you can call us on 0706 815 8029. That is 0706 815 8029. Let us know your opinions. What do you think? Do you support the panel here that Finidi George should be left alone, whatever he's doing, as long as he does the job? Or should he disclose? Is it the right thing to disclose your salary? Whether he's a manager, whether it's the players, whether it's a contract. What kind of contract is it? Is it the business of fans? Is it the business of the public? Do we have a right to know? Do people in this country that love sport or football have the right to know his salary, what he's earning, just like you see in Europe? Why isn't there transparency? You can call us on 0907 275 9950. And is the NNL right to ban teams to stream independently? Is it the right call? Let us know your opinion. It seems that we have a call. Seems, gentlemen, we have a call. Yes, caller?
Good morning.
Good morning, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? Yes, you can go on with your point.
Okay. First of all, this is very straightforward. My opinion is that you should declare his fixture and coach should declare his monitoring relation to the NFF. It's public because he's acquired a public office in the first place. And being a public office holder, everything about that that's obtained in other clients should be public. And that's what it goes to the issue of accountability on his part to the country, to the NFF, and also accountability on part of NFF to the country, what state too, in case if the NFF fails, then it becomes a public issue because if you carry out, they approach the authority, they approach the court, that will cover the money for his debt. But if he fails in assignment according to the terms of his contract, not for the terms of the contract, it's supposed to be made open actually every term of the contract, right from the word till when the sign said and delivered. So it's very wrong. And if you look at how it's done, if the cost is at least, you know the kind of contract, you know that it's how many years contract, what are the terms of the contract, what are expected of in the contract, and what is expected of the other party, because these are parties to the contract. It is not a Finidi George, coach Finidi George, coaching Finidi George football club, or coaching Finidi George national team. It's an international team. It's a public affair. Everything about that should not be shredded in secrets on any or for any reason. So to me, it should be public. And not only the amount, every other terms contract, that contract is signed, should be made open and made public so that the people can hold it accountable because he is holding the public office already by turning down the signature that contract.
Yes, one more thing, sir. Please, what do you think about Ademola Lookman? He's come a long way. It wasn't too long ago that he was very close to being rejected by the Super Eagles. Of course, he of course had a chance to play for the Three Lions of England, but everybody knows it's very difficult for England to feature African players, and the next thing they do is to play, of course, for the African national teams or in Nigeria if they are Nigeria. What do you think about his performance, winning helping, just like Osimhen did for Napoli, winning the first European title for Atalanta, who have done so well this season. What do you think about Ademola Lookman, and can he replicate this in the national team? No, can he replicate, can he transfer the performance? Because we see them doing so well for their clubs, but in the national team, they look like different players.
Yes, I'm not very well.
Yeah.
On this program, last week, some couple of days ago, Friday last week,
Yeah.
I commented on this, as I predicted to someone on this program that
Yeah.
I predicted that my prediction was not complete because I predicted the percent to win.
Okay, that's fine, sir. Everybody has their opinion.
Yes, because they are running.
Of course, sure.
And they are four.
Yeah.
To win, Atlanta win, is a very big surprise to me. But the performance of Nnamani Lookman was never a surprise to me. I predicted that come what may, Nnamani Lookman be on the score sheet, no matter what.
Yes.
And because I know spectacularly, the young man is still coming up. And all the guys coming out. If you saw what he did at the national team at Nations Cup for his friends, he stood out among all, even with the cement position at every time about the cement. And then when I look at invariably now came surprisingly to replace and then do what was Nigerians were expecting from the cement. It was actually at the moment who actually handed it over to Nigeria. And they are still consistent for Atlanta. Even though maybe beginning of the league, the middle of the league, the coach never listened to him to this extent.
Yes.
So it was the outcry, remember it was the outcry of nationals, both Africans and Italians, and some species of coaches. They're crying out that you are wasting your talent, you're wasting your opportunity by benching this young man. And it's better off than that player that needs to bench him and needs to feed. Give this guy much more playing time, see what the wonders he will do for you. And the moment he step in that, the game changed. Now, can he coach bench him now?
Yes, Finidi George. You think he's part of his key? He'll be a key player for him.
So the difficult question, he's expecting for an answer.
Yeah.
He can never even try. He can't afford to bench him except if he has an injury.
Okay.
And that's the result of those outliers from well-meaning footballers, ex-internationals, and coaches. We knew his pedigree because the young man is a hot lad coming in with a fire. Benching him will have killed his career. So I think the young man is doing a good account of himself, both in form and a national team. And if you give him more opportunity, he will give it more. That's my position, I think.
Thank you so much for your call, and do keep in touch with us. Have a wonderful day.
I will bless you, my friend.
Thank you. Yes, you can keep the calls coming on 0907 275 9950 or 0706 815 8029. Our first caller, are you happy with what he said? He's saying, of course, that Finidi George is sitting in the national team, is like a national treasure. It shouldn't have secrets. It should be out open. There should be transparency. Do you agree with him? Do you also agree that Ademola Lookman is now a key player and shouldn't be benched after his performance, helping Atalanta win their first title? And the NNL, are they right to ban under teams independently from streaming the games? They are trying to keep a lid on how things are. Are you happy with the security that the NNL are taking and the precautions to ensure that the tournament goes smoothly in Enugu. Keep the calls coming. 0907 275 9950 or 0706 815 8029. Let us know your honest opinion. Yeah, gentlemen, we have another call. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, yes, you can keep the calls come 0907 275 9950 or 0706 815 8029. One of our callers tried to be in touch, but of course, you heard what our caller said, gentlemen. A bit of contrast to what you were saying, but he was simply saying that he's sitting where he's sitting is a hot seat. He can't hide. Contract should be known. His size should be known. So people could hold him accountable for, if there's anything wrong, they will know where to start. But if they don't know what's disclosed, people will be in the dark. So, I mean, the caller, is he right to say that he should be out in the open?
Well, the fact is, he is right, but he's not right in all ramifications.
Yeah, sure.
Now, he is sitting on the public seat as
Yeah.
the gaffer of the national team. But have you considered whether the employer wants him to make open the terms of this contract? Do you know whether making it open will be going against the terms, making holding him liable? So that is other aspects he should look into. Now, if they should hold the coach accountable, they should also hold the NFF accountable, because these are the two parties in the contract. So if the NFF wants the contract to be open, they would have gone ahead to do that.
Yes.
We signed this amount for so amount, as they did in other
Yes.
foreign countries. But if they don't want it to be open and they now made it known to the coach not to make it, if he goes contrary because he wants to satisfy the country and the supporters and do that, it's a breach of contract on his own terms. The callers will have to know about this.
Yeah, go on, Charles.
Okay, I feel what's going on is maybe I'm not concluding.
Sure.
Okay, but maybe it's based on the formal allegations that the coach will get some percentage from what is being paid and now give some returns to the NFF and all these things. But it's right. The NFF are the ones responsible for his pay, and they are the ones to disclose his pay to the public. But we are not in any position to ask for the pay. It's just, let's say, maybe once the case comes up, now they will now start bringing up the story of how they are owing the 1 billion or 1 trillion like other coaches do. So I feel saddening that when Europeans do contracts like this, they will make it plain to the public, and some people will be able, even minorities will be able to get information concerning a particular contract. But when it comes to Nigeria, everything is a secret.
Yes, you make you guys make very, very good points. But anyway, I bet you, gentlemen, we have not heard the last of this issue when it comes to national team and Finidi George. But of course, he has the task at hand to, of course, qualify the Super Eagles for the World Cup. Gentlemen, Charles, I know I'll hear from you also, Nwokeabia, but Europa League, Lookman destroys Leverkusen, hand Atlanta their first European title. Of course, the beginning of the show, that commentary you heard briefly was Lookman's opening goal, and of course, a highlight of Atalanta shocking by Leverkusen. Of course, they have defeated the hottest team in Europe this season, breaking their longest streak. Of course, they went unbeaten, Leverkusen, in the Bundesliga, another record, and it's very difficult for any team. It doesn't matter, even Man City, as great as Pep Guardiola is, they didn't go the league unbeaten. So it just goes to show you how difficult it is. Bayer Leverkusen did that, and Atalanta Despite all the confidence of Leverkusen, Atalanta, Gasperini and Lookman had other ideas and destroyed Leverkusen. The German Bundesliga champions Bayer Leverkusen finally suffered their first defeat of the season, and it was in the final of a major competition. The German side under Xabi Alonso had become the toast of many football followers this season after they played over 50 matches without defeat. 50 matches without defeat. They faced Italian side Atalanta in the final of the UEFA Europa League, and it was never meant to be as they suffered a heavy defeat. Nigeria Super Eagles winger Ademola Lookman was the star man of the game as he took the game over his head. He single-handedly scored a hat-trick to earn his side's first European title. And apart from winning the title, Lookman emerged as the first player to score a hat-trick in the final of any UEFA club final.
Did you hear that?
Yes, echoes from Nwokeabia. Did you hear that? Charles is smiling again. Charles, can you believe it? Lookman, the first hat-trick of this competition. I mean, everything just seeming to happen. Atalanta, some people frowned when we talked about Serie A as being a platform for Nigerians to go. It's one of the best leagues. Now you can see why. Atlanta play attractive football. They have a great manager. Their first European title. Comment on this record.
What I have to say is that now, we are talking about a final here. This football. You don't play normal a final like a normal competition. The mentality, you can't concede 2 goals. Once you concede 2 goals in a final, it's expected that you're losing that final. But coming from Bayern Leverkusen, they were charged and go with all the hype, and nobody expected Bayern Leverkusen to lose to Atlanta, but it has happened, and they had a great start, and I hope they can keep up to the pace next season too.
Nwokeabia, what do you have to say?
Well,
the record is...
well, just as the Bible says, he who think he's standing, take heed lest he fall. You see, the odds was much on the Leverkusen, and nobody gave Atlanta that opportunity to search what's happening yesterday. And Lookman was somewhere looking at what was happening, and when the opportunity came, if you watch that match, his mom was in the stand watching. His mom was, after the match, his mom was interviewed. The woman was very happy, shouting, laughing. So this is a welcome. You see, Nigerians are coming. Last year, yes. it was Victor Osimhen. Now we have Lookman. Who knows? Boniface will take over next year. So
Nigerians are still in the spotlight.
Yes, and he actually won the rookie of the year.
This year we are having 2 Nigerians.
Yes. He's having a
2 Nigerians, Boniface and Lookman. So it's a welcome development. You have Jackson by the side, you have Abraham Pam, you have other Nigerians coming up from here and there. So that's why I say, at the beginning of today's event, I said this year is for Nigeria. And it's good that we have a good gaffer who's going to harness all this talent and bring Nigeria to where they belongs. Very soon, all this...
that is you're talking about, George Chinedu.
Very soon, all this Brazil, Argentina, and Italy, England will not be a match for us again, because we have both second and first, third 11 to dismantle any team that comes our way.
The issue now, there's an issue.
Are we getting carried away?
No, there's an issue between this particular statement, because there's a difference when you play with a particular team for a long time and when you play with different people from different teams. It's not always that perfect when they play together.
I know.
We play in their own team. So we just hope for the best.
All they need is just 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month camping before a major tournament, and then the deal will be done. These guys are internationals.
Yes.
They are footballers. They don't need to start learning. All they do is just to know how these guys perform, how he places himself, stuff like that. 2 weeks will be enough for them to gauge. I'm telling you.
2 weeks is not enough.
Yes, they've been playing in high level.
Tactically, there are some once you watch them train, there are some movements movements a particular player will make at a particular time.
Yeah, they do need more time.
And
But
once
you don't get that in the national
yeah,
team.
you don't get that in the national
That is
team.
why I
Once
said
you
they have been playing and they have been watching their style of play.
Yeah.
All you need is a good coach.
Yes.
I will tell you, this is
yeah.
how this young man
Yeah,
plays.
sure.
That's all.
Yeah.
This is how he performs. This is how
Once
this is
you
what we have
get
to do.
it, yeah.
Yes. And we have the same coach we are talking about here.
We will visit this again. That's a very good topic.
Sure.
Yeah, very quickly, AFCON 2025 will take place between December and January. The time and period of the next African Cup of Nations continue to generate controversy among the stakeholders. The biennial competition was initially fixed for the summer of 2025 by the Moroccan Football Federation president, Foussi Lekcha. But the decision did not go down well with FIFA, as it will clash with the maiden edition of the 32-team Club World Cup that will commence in 2025. The update coming from Cairo, Egypt indicated that the executive arm of CAF has agreed to hold the competition between December 2025 to January 2026, but they will still meet to ratify the decision. Gentlemen, we will visit this. I know that you're raring to go. We have to come to the end, but this is another hot debate that is coming from the world of AFCON, the new date because of the calendar. Dear listener, it is on this note that we have come to the very end of this Thursday's edition of Sports Today on Sunrise FM 96.1. I was in the studio with Mr. Chinedu, Nwokeabia. Thank you so much for your impact. And young Charles Nnamani, tallest he is known for. Charles, thank you so much for your passion and your presence. And we'll see you next time. My name is Obinna Nwankpa. Remember, keep it